If your website isn't attracting the right clients, it's probably not your offer. It's your message, and it isn't speaking clearly to the right person. Hi, I'm Stephanie Marie, a web designer for women entrepreneurs that are living out their calling, and this is episode 3 of the Website Message Makeover series. There's a workbook that goes along with this series called the 30-minute Marketing Message Makeover. And if you would love to follow along, I highly recommend downloading it, and it's in the link in the description below. Today, we are going to get clear on who you're here to help and serve, also known as your dream client, because your message becomes powerful when it's directed to the right person. One of the big shifts that we can make in our messaging is moving from describing who your client is to understanding who your client is and understanding where your client is. Because here's the truth. Your dream client is not defined by her job title, her age bracket, or the number of years she's been in business. She's defined by where she is on her journey, what she's feeling right now, what's she reaching for, and what's keeping her up at night. What is she struggling with? And when you know that, when you get to the center of that, you can describe her inner world with more accuracy than she can probably do herself. When this happens, your messaging stops feeling like an announcement and starts feeling more like a conversation. And conversations are what create connection and trust. Think about the woman you feel most naturally drawn to. She's probably at a stage you've already been through in your life. And if you go back to episode 2, you've written down some moments that shaped you. So she's probably in one of those moments that shaped you. And she's probably wrestling something that you know deeply about, not from researching it, but from your lived experience. Maybe she's in a season of transition. She's doing meaningful work, but something just hasn't caught up with who she's becoming or who she has become. And she feels that gap. She knows something needs to change, but she doesn't quite know where to start or what even to call it. Or maybe she's early on her journey. She's just beginning to step into something that she feels called to do. And she needs someone who will meet her there with both encouragement and expertise. Whatever your dream client's story is, the goal is to know her so well that when she reads your words on your website, on your Instagram, she thinks this was written for me and only me. And the way you get to know your dream client isn't through a demographic checklist. It comes from empathy, from asking where she is right now. And what does she feel but hasn't said out loud? And what does she want more than anything? This is where the workbook exercise for this step becomes really, really powerful. Instead of just trying to write down marketing copy, I want you to write a letter to one specific woman that you have in mind, starting with, "Hey friend, I see you, and I know what it's like to," and then you fill in the blank. That letter, when you write it from the heart, without trying to make it perfect, will become some of the most powerful messaging you have, because it's not manufactured. It comes from the same place your calling comes from. So let me show you what mine looks like, and then we can start to write yours. "Hey friend, I see you. I know what it's like to pour yourself into your business, to care deeply, to show up fully as you can, and still carry that quiet ache that something isn't quite aligned. Like the woman doing the work and the woman the world sees are two separate people. I know what it feels like to be in a season of becoming, where you can sense who you're growing into, but you haven't quite found the words for it yet. Where you're doing meaningful work, but something inside keeps whispering, there's more. You're not done, and this isn't the whole story." I know what it's like to question whether you're enough, whether you've waited too long, or whether the version of yourself you're stepping into is actually meant for you. Or if it's just a dream you're too afraid to fully claim. You're not behind. You're not too late. And you're not in this alone. The season you're in right now, the stretching, the uncertainty, the quiet courage it takes to keep going, that is not weakness. That is the growth working within you. And I'm so proud you're staying with it. So that's my letter. That letter is not content I manufactured. That's actually how I feel when I think about the woman I am here to serve. And when she reads it, I hope she knows I mean it. That recognition, that moment of feeling truly seen. That is the most powerful thing your marketing and your messaging can do. So now it's your turn. I want you to open your workbook and write your letter. Don't aim for perfection, just aim for honesty. And start with, hey friend, I see you and I know what it's like to do, and then fill in the blank. And just write. That letter that you write to your dream client will become the heart of your about page. It becomes your home page problem section and even your Instagram captions or part of your Instagram bio. Wherever she needs to feel seen, that is where these words come from. So that concludes episode 3. When you get clear on who you're here to help and serve, your message comes together in a completely different way. And if you haven't already, I highly encourage you to download the workbook that goes along with this series. And you can find the link in the description below. And if this is helping you, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of these series or any of these episodes in the series. In episode 4, we're going to talk about what she actually needs to hear, because that's what builds trust. And I'll see you there.